there, YouTube. Eric Carthage back, and I'm bringing you some more Poland-Lithuania campaign. I know these come few and far between, but to be honest, I'm just really enjoying Shogun 2 Total War. Too much to spend a whole lot of time on another Total War game. So, for the fans of you who like these games, you should feel happy that I'm going back and doing these, because to be honest, I'd much rather be playing Shogun right now. In fact, I never realized how much I was going to like that game. But it doesn't mean that I don't like the other Total War games. Just definitely means that I definitely like Shogun better. So we got rid of that army that was marauding around in my territory. Hopefully we'll soon bring Istanbul under control. Looks like it's getting that way. In fact, let's see if the buildings... I still got... Yeah, I guess all the buildings have been repaired. Can't really build any others at this point. I do have my construction on auto. And I've got, we just captured Stockholm, so that's good. We've got that under control. I think I may train another army to take a few provinces down here. I want to go ahead and take, actually I probably don't need to train another army. I just need to take Athens and Belgrade and Sarajevo. So if we can take those, that would be good. And that would complete a lot of my European conquest. Now, some of you wanted to see me invade England, so I should probably go ahead and prepare to do that. That should be pretty fun. I've done it before on other campaigns. I've never done it with Poland, but I don't think it would pose too much of an issue. Of course, sometimes the English have quite a few troops to resist you with. Now, that's actually my port, but there's a Swedish navy in it, and I kind of need to... train some ships, so I'm going to force the Swedish Navy out of that port so that I can begin training. I'm going to repair this. Naval recruitment. Yeah, I can't recruit any good ships. I wonder if I have a good dock anywhere. I probably don't. I guess it's possible that I have one down in the Mediterranean. I don't really have any up here. Unless Sweden had one from where I captured Stockholm. There's a port up here. Doesn't look like it's any better, though. But I can go ahead, let's see, it's a fishery. I'm just going to go ahead and keep it as a fishery. I'll see what I can do with the other port whenever we end a turn, so let's go ahead and end the turn. So, yeah, I think I am going to go ahead and invade England. We'll see what I can do about a couple other invasions. Look like the Swedish are going to counterattack me. And they've got a pretty decent little force here with some cannons and everything. My men are pretty depleted, but I think the auto-resolve is probably giving them better chances than they really have. And this is also just an opportunity to intercept because they're moving. And I am going to go ahead and intercept them because this will give me a chance to chew them up before they can connect with their other forces. So I'll see you on the battle map. Alright, YouTube, here we are. You can see on the battle map here that I'm allowed to deploy outside my fort since I'm the one intercepting. I guess I'm intercepting, so the Swedish have to deploy somewhere out in that area. So what I'll do, just so I don't have to spend all the time walking out, is I'll pull all my line infantry out here. I have a couple of units that are pretty damaged. It's like this 41 and the 32. I'll just go ahead and leave them inside the fort, because I won't need them. Whoops. Moved everybody except for who I wanted to. And let's pull these guys back inside. My light dragoons are pretty damaged, but I got 2 units that can do some work for me. And I'll leave my general inside the fort because I don't want to get him killed. So let's start the deployment and see where the Swedish deploy. Looks like they've deployed over here. 41, where's that other one at? I don't want him to move out of the fort. There we go. Like I said, the Swedish have a lot more men than me, but I'm pretty sure that my men will do better, just because they got some chevrons and they have fire by rank. And I've got these light dragoons that I can use here to help harass flanks and everything, so that should help things out. Let's fast forward here. Forget how much slower the battle speeds are in this game. And I also forgot that my men don't automatically run. Just go ahead and run my men into that position. I really do like how on Shogun 2 though that your men can now like move while hidden in the forest. That's a pretty nice addition. I keep thinking my men are gonna run. Crap! I gotta remember it doesn't happen that way on Shogun or on Empire. Hopefully those line infantry there don't fire at my dragoons. That's what they should be doing. Not sure what they're doing. Looks like they're just going like right at my fort. Walked right past my line. I'm gonna turn them around. They're just like running right past me towards the fort. Maybe the AI is programmed to try and capture it or something. Some Swedish provincial cav there I'm gonna keep an eye on and go into square if I need to. Yeah, it looks like otherwise. Look, my men just shot right into the side of that hill. That's funny. I shouldn't really just tell these guys to attack, but I'm probably going to. Just see what we can pull off there. Move these troops back over. Yeah, it looks like my line infantry's having a pretty easy time with the Swedish line infantry, and that's mostly just because my research is a lot better than the Swedes. Take this unit out of square here. I don't know what the Swedish line infantry is doing, but it is just like making an absolute beeline, like right past my troops. They're not even stopping to fire. I don't know what their programming is having them do here, but it's really strange. Their cav seems to be attacking my men, but their line infantry is just like running straight towards the fort. And I've got my light dragoons taking shots at these guys. It looks like they're just trying to capture the fort or something. I can't even tell what they're doing. Yeah, they got guys throwing lines, like they're just going straight for the fort. Interesting. That's some really poor programming at the AI, to be honest. So I'm going to pull these troops back over here. Looks like the two Swedish units over here are going to kick the bucket, especially if these men will finally get lined up to fire. Again, I didn't realize that they're not running. That's a big problem that I have. Well, this rain sure makes things a lot more hectic as well. I'm just going to let my light dragoons sit there and shoot those guys to pieces. Of course, I don't want my light dragoons to end up in a melee here, and those other Swedish troops are just running straight for me. And I think they'll just end up running into me in a melee. God, I really actually like the fact that the run is automatic on Shogun. At first, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but now I am a big fan of it. Line up these men down here to fire. There we go. I'll just run my cav up there to keep taking shots. I got my other line infantry coming up behind here. Again, who knows what in the world the AI is causing these Swedish troops to think. I've got my two line infantry that I kept in the base down here, and it's a good thing I did, because they're now going to start taking shots at these dudes. I wonder what first person looks like on this game. Look, there's the musket. Guess you can kind of see that. Here, let's try it again. Ah, darn it, I keep moving the mouse. There. Guy doesn't even look like he's facing the right direction. And it takes forever to reload. Let's see what, if anything, happens here. You can see the Swedish troops up on the wall, probably just barely. Okay, it looks like the guys have finished reloading. Oh look, he's gonna take the shot. Now what happened? It's like the game's frozen. That's kind of weird. It's almost like it paused it or something whenever they were firing. Anyway, I like the first person a little better on Shogun 2, definitely. And again, I forgot these guys are walking rather than running. Oh, it looks like the Swedish captured that wall. That's not good. Of course, the game will probably glitch and not let them in through the gate like it always does to me. That's exactly what it's doing. For some reason, the gates on this game have gotten like even worse over time, and they don't open when your men are trying to get inside. I'm just going to kind of charge and recharge my dragoons. Well, actually, I probably won't need to yet because I got my line infantry. Oh, they routed. Alright, I'll just send them after that because unit routed. Hey, there guys up here on the wall are shooting at me? What a load of crap. Oh well, my guys will line up down here and give them the business. Let's try another first-person view, see if it works any better. Looks like we got a guy in the second rank here. It's kind of cool looking. I mean, you get up that close. There's pretty good graphics and stuff, considering that the game's quite a bit older than, like, say, Shogun. I don't know why my guys aren't firing. I guess they're reloading. See the guy up front? He's reloading there. Pretty sure that we're in range. There we go. I wonder why it freezes after you take a shot. That's so weird. It's like it pauses the game for you automatically or something. And my light dragoons are getting beat up even though this unit's routed. That happens in Empire Total War. Anyway, this fight's pretty much over. These guys are coming down off the wall now for some reason. That's kind of good though. It'll just make it easier for my line infantry to shoot them. That's pretty strange. Let's do a bayonet charge here just for fun. See if we can watch it up close. In fact, let's watch the bayonet from the first person and see if that's even any more interesting. So yeah, here's a first person bayonet charge. Looks like we got the bouncy cam. It's kind of a cool view, those guys coming down off the walls. So yeah, here's the first person bayonet fight. Actually probably looks better from the third person. But kind of fun. It's too bad that, like, when you go into first person view, you can't, like, control the guy. That'd be pretty fun. Anyway, here's the fight that's going on down there. Let's see if we can get a zoom up and show you some of the one-on-one animations. I think this is the game where they started those nice one-on-one animations. It's pretty cool, actually. They've got some pretty good ones. You can see some of the guys getting stabbed and knocked down and stuff, but they've definitely come a long way into Shogun 2. Like how in Shogun 2 you have the Yari Cav guy that'll, like, throw a spear and then pull it out of the guy before he hits the ground. That's pretty awesome. But you still get some pretty good animations here. Like, I'm seeing a good one going on right there in the center of the screen. These two guys are really going at it. And of course the fighting on this game takes a lot longer just because the morale and the gameplay speed and everything is different, which I kind of like. A lot of people kind of hated that, but I actually really kind of liked it. The only thing where it gets annoying is in the campaign, where it takes, you know, forever in the campaign like this to get through battles. But on the online battles, I kind of like that they lasted a little bit longer, albeit sometimes they did get really long, especially when there was lag. But yeah, definitely some fun animations there. These guys are putting up a pretty good fight, you know, all things considered. There they go, now they've routed. Or maybe they just recharged somewhere. My men have better bayonets though, so it ought to be a pretty simple win for me in the end. I'm just so used to on Shogun 2 where they rout a lot faster. Like I said, these Swedish troops are holding out a lot longer than I kind of expected them to. Let's take another view here. Looks like they're wavering. I wonder why those guys are oh, what the? They've still got guys up here firing the cannon? What? Check this out. One of my guys climbed the wall or something? Hilarious. How do they still have these guys on top of the wall and they're down on the ground? So maybe they're getting like a bonus due to the fortification or something. It's like the drummer boys up here too. Just not sure whether to draw a saber or to keep drumming. Anyway, they've now routed. So there's my men gallantly cutting down the routing Swedes. Anyway, this battle's over. Hope you enjoyed some of the fun views there, and I'll see you back on the campaign map.